Hi, my name is Lois, and I'm a single. Hi guys, it's Lois, and I'm back with Single. I wanted to talk a little bit about, dating today, dating in today's age. What's appropriate, what's not, what's acceptable, what's not, what to do, what not to do, how to approach, how not to approach, should you approach, should you not approach. There's just so many things that has changed in dating today. And as a single woman in my 30s, I wanted to create a space for conversation because I feel as though there is a stigma that goes along with single women in their 30s and men. Um, and I believe that that stigma is given because times have changed, and I feel though as though as single people we're always made to believe that we're doing something wrong, and that's not the case. You know, I, for one, am not one of those people that's like, I don't want to be with a man, I'm against dating, and that's not the truth. The truth of the matter is, the last few years of my life, I have been blessed to travel and sing. And so when people do say to me, you're intimidating, I have to take that into consideration and think, wow, am I intimidating perhaps for somebody looking on at me on a stage, or, traveling to different countries, or just creating an image of what my life is like without asking me a question. It could come across as intimidating to them. So I have to respect their opinions, but I often feel as though my opinion is not taken into consideration as a single woman. And so that's why I wanted to talk about these things. People say the most off the wall things. They have said some crazy things to me, and I posted about it. You're not sexy enough, you don't show enough skin, you're too intimidating, you're too strong, you should straighten your hair. This one guy boldly said to me, well, you're not sexy enough. Now, when a guy tells you you're not sexy enough, first of all, um, I don't have to be your type. No, second of all, you're married. Why are you looking at whether I'm sexy or not? You shouldn't you shouldn't have an opinion about me. You know? Focus. Please. Thank you. How do we change what is said to single people to be more aware of what they're going through? Times have changed. Um, Dating is not necessarily a priority anymore. And I'll explain why I say that. The grind is, hard work is, success is, making that money is, building an empire, building a brand, building a great social media following, building this, building that. Those are priorities, and sometimes, often, many times, dating gets pushed aside so that those things can be accomplished first, and then dating kind of comes along the way. And so for many of us, it's not that we don't want to be in relationships. It's just that it hasn't worked out that way. I find myself smack in the middle of, those things, whether it's building a career or finding my pathway in life, or finding what it is that my passion is, or what I want to do going forward in life. You find yourself trying to figure it out. And to be honest, sometimes dating takes away, from that. But dating is not a negative thing, and I feel as though, I don't know, we're judged often for not being in relationships. We're judged and we're looked at as if there's something wrong with us. And I just want to say to those women and men that are out there, if you're single by choice or not by choice, or whatever the circumstance is, you're not doing anything wrong. Life is different. There is so many people in the world that are single like you and I, and it's okay. I often look at it as an opportunity to get my own self together, fix the things in my life. Being single allows you the space to be able to work out those things in your life that many people walk into other relationships with. And being single is not negative. It is not a negative thing. It's not a death sentence. It's not a curse. I've had some of my cousins told that you're cursed because you're not in a relationship. That is such backwards thinking. Like, what? That's not the truth, you know? That's just not, I'm sorry, it's just not the truth. And I do believe that people have good intentions. And I'll use a great example. My father, he is a great guy. He's funny. He makes me laugh all the time. We speak on FaceTime. My family lives in South Africa and I live in the States. And so whenever we're on FaceTime, he'll say to me, Lolo, I'm getting old, my child. I want you to get married now, and I want you to have children, and I want to have grandchildren, and I want you to come home. It's often in that same, cycle. Have children, or get married, have children, and come home. And I have to respect my dad's opinion, or rather his desire. His desire is for me to have something that he considers great, marriage. He desires for me to have a relationship, which to him is something great. He desires for me to have children, which in my family is something that is a blessing. So I have to respect his desires and his requests, but right now my life is not lined up in a way that is possible. So I can't be angry at my dad for desiring those things for me, because genuinely when he says he's getting old, he's not kidding. He's 77. This thing is going forward. He's not young anymore, so I have to be considerate when I hear what people say. And I think vice versa, when people say things to single people, they also have to be considerate of how they say it, what they say. Perhaps try by asking some questions like, why are you single? As opposed to, there's no way you can be single, like you're lying. So I thought we talk about a little bit, create a conversation around it, and perhaps help some people that are seeking for help.